Hey folks, welcome back to Dan's Auto Diagnostics and Repair. As you can see behind me, we have the 2020 Ford Escape back in. This time it's for a noise in the front. Customer complaint is on the highway at higher speeds he's feeling a vibration, and when he got home, slowed down and turned, he could feel some thumping in there. So probably gonna end up being a CV axle. Let's get in it and take it for a rip. Let's get after it. All right, looks like we got 73,900 miles. Seems like I might be getting that foggy screen again. I don't know what that's about. All right, let's take it for a rip. I just want to switch it in reverse and forward here a couple times. Listen for any clunking. Nothing yet. See how she does on the open road. Up to 45. Don't feel anything too bad yet. All right, we're at a stop sign now. I'm gonna make a turn. Didn't feel anything. Let's try a little back and forth here. Nice open road, nobody on it. Doing it nice and safe. Nothing yet. Going about 57, 60. Let off the gas a little bit. I feel a little bit of grinding. All right, just gonna do a U-turn here. Right here. Stop and wait for this car to pass me. There it goes. Nothing too bad there. We're gonna try pulsating the accelerator pedal. Power, coast. Power, coast. Power, coast. I can feel a little bit here. Let's take it back to the shop and do a visual inspection. Kind of slow here. I'm going to give it some gas. Oh, I can hear something. Let's make a left into the shop here. Could definitely hear something when I slowed down to about 20 and hit the accelerator pedal. Let's get it in the bay. Up she goes. All right, now that we got her in the air, we'll go underneath, do a visual inspection. All right, here we are. Just gonna grab hold of it. Oh yeah, she's moving. Can you hear that? That is not supposed to move at all. Let's check the other side. All right, that side's tight. I would replace both, but we'll see what he wants to do. That one's good. We'll start by getting a tire off. And this has those locking lugs, which I hate. Nobody ever leaves them in the car, but this guy did. But I went and lost this thing because I had it locked on here and I forgot. I just didn't take it back off. I went for the test drive, and me and my wife went for a walk, and she actually found it, so we got it. Not horrible, but I'd say do them. On these new cars, like this one's a 2020, always before you do the brakes or mess with the braking system at all, you always want to check service data, because you probably have to put it in service mode before you do anything with the brakes. So that's what we're going to do, check service data. With the tire off, here's a better look at how that looks. Yeah, that's moving in there quite a bit, and you don't want that to move at all. Alright, there it is right there. Warning: service actions on vehicles equipped with electronic brake booster and electronic parking brakes may cause unexpected brake application, which could result in injury to hands or fingers. Put brake system into service mode prior to servicing or removing any brake components. Failure to follow this instruction may result in serious personal injury. And then it just tells you right here how to put it in brake service mode and deactivate it. Alright, so those of you that don't have a scan tool, you want to work on your own brakes, and you got the electronic brake booster, you gotta turn the ignition on, then press the electronic parking brake switch while pressing brake pedal to release electronic parking brake. Release brake pedal and electronic parking brake switch. Hold down accelerator pedal and press the electronic parking brake switch. Continue to hold down accelerator pedal and press and hold the electronic parking brake switch. Then turn off the ignition and then back on within 5 seconds. Turn the ignition off. Release the accelerator pedal and electronic brake switch, and then turn back on. Hope I got you in the film. You can pause that. But there it is. There's your instructions for the manual activation of service mode if you have a 2020 Ford Escape. Caliper bolts on this particular one is an Allen wrench, 7mm. Caliper bracket is a 15mm. does come with the factory Loctite, you can see. So be sure to put that back on. That's that. Needs to be cleaned up a little bit. For the lower ball joint, you'll need a 18mm socket or wrench. And I don't know what I did. Oh, well, it's on there. And you'll need a T55 Torx bit for the other side. Now I'm going to take a punch and a hammer and just drive that lower bolt out. Alright, let's try this. And try not to gum up the threads. I better put that nut back on it first. That got it. Now we'll send it out the rest of the way with the punch. There we go. There she is. Now I'll get that lower control arm first. Stubborn all the way. Well, it doesn't look like I'm going to get away with taking that undercover off, so I got to get after that. Alright, I got the undercover off. And now we can see the back of that CV joint, CV axle. So we're going to try to stick a pry bar up in there and get that out. There it is. I'm real lucky I didn't get any transmission fluid on my face because I was right there, no pan, nothing. If we didn't confirm it before, we definitely confirmed it now. She gone. All right, new part going in. All right. Gotta make sure she's seated. You want to feel that positive click. She's in there. I'll do one more little check, a little tug test. That's how you know she's in place. I'm going to clean up that ball joint a little better. Alright, a little happier with that. I think I'll put a little lube on it too. I'm going to go with just a shot of fluid film there, just to protect it. That's all. Now let's get this in here. Adjust my light a little better. All right. All right, she's in there. Get the bolt in there. Get the nut. Got the T55 and 18 mil. We'll torque that to spec later. Now I want to clean the face of the this deal and tighten that down. I got to go get the torque specs for this CV axle nut. Got my little stud or flange cleaner there. It's got these little extra brushes. Goes right over the wheel stud, and I can clean back in there. This is kind of a recess down in here. You want to clean it, but it's not detrimental to get everything off because it's the wheel only attaches, or the rotor rather, only attaches to the outside and the inside. All right, gave him the old wire wheel treatment, inside and out. Now we're gonna put a little fluid film on there. I'm gonna get this just a touch better. All right. The old fluid film. Looking up the torque specs on the wheels, we're seeing that it's 135 Newton meters. Now if you're like me, you don't know what a Newton meter is. It may be on your torque wrench, but I got a little scale here, little conversion type deal. So I'll just go scrolling right down to 135. Oh, sorry, didn't get you in the camera, I had to look at it. Okay, so we see down here 135, or yeah, 135.6, about 100 foot-pounds. Close enough. So that's it for the wheels. And if you'll notice here, let's see, I seen warning: retighten wheel nuts within 100 miles for a wheel after a wheel is reinstalled. Wheels can loosen after initial tightening. Failure to follow the instructions may result in serious injury to the vehicle, to yourself, to your lady, to your neighbor. So take heed. Torque specs are on our caliper bracket, 110 Newton meters. And we're supposed to throw them in the trash. The bolts are supposed to be thrown in the trash. You need to buy new ones. I'm not. Front caliper brackets, 28 Newton meters. Lower ball joint bolt, pinch bolt, 90 Newton meters. For the wheel nut, 100 Newton meters, and then 60 degrees for stage 2. Have a friend or an assistant apply the brake for you and torque it to spec. Now that we know the specs, let's get after it. We got the new pads. Let's clean up the calipers and grease them up, put them on. Brake Best Select Premium. Got the handy dandy brake caliper piston depressor thingy. That's the official name. Just want to make sure that boot isn't getting pinched and everything's going in real nice and smooth. That one's smooth. Alright, felt the positive bottoming out there. Take that off of there. Check the surface. I'm just going to clean around this boot, clean the surface, clean in here, give it some lube, lube up our guide pins, put the new brakes in. Old brake pad, new brake pad comparison. He had a little life in there, but it's ready. Plus we're right here. We're doing it. So it's going to cost them less and be better in the long run. piece. Just going to grease the inside of the caliper, the piston face, and points of contact on the brake pads. There we go. Almost grabbed the wrong brake grease again. Well, for good luck. I think this would probably work a lot better if I had the caliper bracket on. What do you think? Think I need that part? Yeah, I think we might want to put that on. We just might. Alright, we'll hang that guy there. A little gel thread locker blue for the bolts we're supposed to throw away. Now this is my first time ever using this stuff. You just twist it down here, and comes out. There you go. Now we have our caliper bracket cleaned up and lubed up, ready to install. Alright, now we got to torque it to spec. Those were 110 Newton meters, which is about 81 foot-pounds. Oh yeah. Of course, everything's in the way. I don't know if you can read that on there, 81 foot-pounds. Had to reset it because I pressed the buttons and I do it every time. I kind of wish the controls were up by the head. I gotta get over here. Just believe me, I'm torquing it. Alright. I actually torqued them to 86.3 pounds, so be happy with that. Just a little touch more. It was probably fine, but oh well. Right. Lube on the pins. I know you can't see, but I kind of gotta be in there. Alright. That's the brake calipers. Alright, calipers were 28 Newton meters, which is about 21 foot-pounds. We're going to tighten those up right now. Oh, I keep hitting these buttons. I hate that. Really hate where the buttons are on this thing. I always hit them. There it is. That's that one. That's that one. Don't forget your little caps on the calipers, folks. Protects your screws. Boom. Boom. That's done. Now we got to torque the axle nut. Remember, when you tighten up the axle nut, you need an assistant. Here's my assistant. All right. Now another 60 degrees. Ugh. 90 Newton meters for the lower ball joint there. Let's see here. Is 66 foot-pounds. There's the back of the wheel, all shined up, cleaned up. Little spits of fluid film on there. Good to go. I was in the middle of doing the other side, so this is the other side here. When I was looking at that rotor, you can see it. That's all chowdered up right there, all rusted. You can see the brake pad covers that much. So, oh, this is not doing any good. So I called the customer, and he authorized the new rotors. So, got to take that one back off and redo it. I already took out the other axle on this side. Took off the brakes and everything. So the only thing that we got to redo is this side. but it's my brother's car, so no big deal. Alright, nice new rotor is on. She's pretty. So I got in the new axle on the front left side here, and I did install it yesterday. I didn't film any of that because I already showed you everything on the right side. It's all the same stuff, all the same torque specs. So let's take a look in here. There's the new one, all installed. We've already greased up our brake caliper, torqued it to spec, torqued our wheel nut, and our lower ball joint. Now, just time to bring her down, put on the wheel, bring her down, and torque the lug nuts to spec. Don't forget to put your belly cover on, folks. I almost did. It's a good thing that I go through and check everything. So double check everything, double check your work, and get the job done right. Alright, for anyone that has one of these and they're trying to put the little underbelly panel on and they're having any trouble, there's a little notch here. There's the frame, and then there's a little tongue on the top of that. That just slides in. That's on the back of the belly. And on the front, there's two more little tabs. One here and one here. So you just slide these tabs in first, slide the underbelly up over those, and then you get the back one. And then there's just these bolts here, here, and then there's like 4 here. The one I have, the one I'm working on right now, it's only got 4 bolts. So somebody's been here before. Another important tip for you folks is when you get done tightening all your lug nuts, don't forget to put back your locking lug adapter. Well, we just got back from the test run and all is well. That's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.